everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Wednesday and it's April 13th. All right, we have one meeting to tell you about, and it is this morning, and it'll be at 9:30, and it is in the boardroom, and it is the GRF Maintenance and Construction Committee meeting. So if you want to attend, that'll be in the boardroom at 9:30. Now, on our show today, we have Judith Troutman, who is here on behalf of the Disaster Preparedness Task Force. And then we have Dr. Lee Goldstein, who is here on behalf of Concerned Citizens. And we are going to talk about Earth Day. That is this month. So we'll have lots of good information for you. All right, let's take a look at our weather. We are looking at nice skies for this week. We are looking at today, sunny skies, 67, 49. Then tomorrow, 70, partly sunny skies. Friday, 73, 54. Saturday, we will have some clouds in the morning and then sunshine, 68, 53. And then Sunday, mostly sunny, 72, 59. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:23, and our sunset will be at 7:21. And thank you, Cole, for sending in this photo while you were out at Boise, Idaho with your friend Apollo. And I think that is just a great shot. If you have a photo that you would like to share with us of someplace that you have visited, please email it to Laguna Woods Village TV @gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have Judith, and she'll help us get prepared for any kind of disaster that we may experience, so stick around.
Silver
and gold. Consider it sold.
The Jewelry Box Estate buyers will buy your jewelry, fine timepieces, flatware, and more. With metals at an all-time high, now is the time to sell. If you need to sell, refurbish, or appraise jewelry and watches, the experts at the Jewelry Box Estate buyers are here to help. Come and visit us at our new location.
At the Jewelry Box, it's about trust. Claret Trevor School of the Arts is UC Irvine's creative laboratory. From the most traditional of art forms to the radically new, we explore and develop the arts as the essence of human experience and expression. We're poised right now at a pivotal moment, as Trevor School is just emerging in its newest form. We have a brilliant future. We're just getting started.
Before the next earthquake, take 30 seconds to refresh your memory about these important disaster preparedness tips. Make a family emergency plan. Decide how you'll get in touch with each other, where you'll go, and what you'll do in an emergency. Build a disaster supply kit with enough water, food, and emergency supplies to last at least 3 days. It's important to have disaster supply kits for work, cars, and pets too. Find and fix items in your home that might hurt someone by moving, breaking, or falling during an earthquake. Know how to react safely when the ground shakes. If you're inside, stay there. Remember to drop, cover, and hold on. Drop down onto your hands and knees and cover your head and neck with your arms to protect yourself from falling objects. If you can move safely, crawl under a sturdy desk or table and hold on to one of the legs until the shaking stops. After an earthquake, help people who are hurt or trapped. Call 911 for emergencies only. Check your home for damage, including gas or water leaks, damaged wiring, or downed power lines. Protect your family and your home by making a plan, building a kit, and practicing disaster drills at least twice a year. Be sure to visit readyoc.org for more information on emergency preparedness and alertoc.com to sign up for emergency alerts and notifications. We want you to be prepared for a disaster just as much as you do.
Welcome back. Well, we never know when we're going to have a disaster, so we are here to talk about preparing for one with Judith Troutman. Well, Judith, it's always a pleasure to see you. How are you?
Fine, loving the weather.
Yeah, I know. It's been nice. And I know that I actually have an interview coming up with the Orange County Fire Department because we're going to talk about fire. I mean, that's always on our forefronts of our mind. And they say that it's fire season all year long now. It doesn't even matter. It just happens to be that way. So we are here to talk to you about some preparation of what we can do in case of any disaster. So welcome. Let's get started because now we have a lot to cover.
Okay, the first thing, and I think I sent you an overhead slide, is why I'm here.
Yeah.
And everyone should know the level of preparedness before a disaster hits will be directly proportional to your quality of life for the hours, days, and even months after a disaster.
Right.
So, and that comes from the ECA, Earthquake County Alliance. So, Disaster Preparedness Task Force was first organized in Laguna Woods back in 1989 and consisted entirely of mostly volunteers that functioned under the Golden Rain Foundation in cooperation with our security department.
Right.
The purpose was to keep the residents aware and informed and prepared for any major disaster. We actually have a charter that was put together, which is a governing document by GRF. So we are mandated, and it's too much to read, by a governing document from the Golden Rain Foundation.
Okay.
And one of the first things on there was the task force serves as a liaison between the Golden Rain Foundation and the board of directors and the security division, okay, regarding any disaster preparedness. So that's what mandates us and gives us our guidelines. And prior to 2016, the task force published and maintained a series of articles in preparation and offered residents free related training classes and low-cost emergency supplies.
Right.
All of the supplies I brought today that I'll hit on just briefly, we sell at cost. We make no money on them at all.
Right.
And so this task force has always been pretty much manned by volunteers here in the village, and we need more volunteers. We are drastically reduced the last couple of years in one of our programs, the Good Neighbor Captain program. And they're sort of the backbone of the task force because they, in a natural disaster, power may be down, our phone lines won't work, and so you will not be able to call 911 yourself.
Right.
Therefore, the most likely and the first residents that may get help will be the buildings that have a good neighbor captain.
Right.
And I know that sounds sort of scary, but that's actually true because let's say in the 3-story buildings, you only have to have 8 manners or 1 floor to be a building or a good neighbor captain.
Okay.
This is not to be confused with a 3-story building captain. There are 2 completely different jobs.
Okay.
And the good neighbor volunteer is the quickest way and the surest way that your life-threatening emergency will get passed to the first responders.
So if they want to be a good neighbor captain, do they contact you or do they contact the security department?
They contact the office. We have an office on the 1st floor.
Okay.
And I think you have it on there.
We do. We have that, so we can get that to them. Right. That's on the ground floor of the community center.
Yes, and we have a phone number, and you can either come in or call us, and we will send you an application to be a volunteer. The number is 949-597-4237.
Okay, perfect.
So, and I meant to get that one to you. Okay, and so what does a good neighbor captain do? Basically, it's your job to educate your 8 or 10 neighbors that you've chosen.
Right.
And you just knock on their door and go door to door, and you hand them this kit already made up that we give you. So it's not that much work, and you give them that packet, and there's all kinds of good information in there how they can be prepared.
Great.
And then you let them know that in a real disaster, you will come back and knock on their door and check for any major injuries. And then, as a good neighbor captain, it's your job to get that information to the radio shack over at Clubhouse 1.
Okay.
Because they're going to have the only form of communication
Right.
at that point.
So it's real important for the cluster, like you said, to have somebody that represents all of them, so that way that individual can communicate, like you said, with all of the other folks that are involved to make sure that they're all on the same page. Now, when you talk about, and I wanted to make sure that you get to some of these other items, but why don't we have you come back and we'll have maybe you and Eric Nunez talk about the Good Neighbor Captain, and we'll go more in depth about that, and maybe you can have some samples of what they get. Let's touch real quick on some of these little items here. I know that you have a slide that talks about extra items that can go inside your survival kit, but tell me just quickly what you have, some things here.
Okay, this one is $20, and it's a first aid kit, and there's actually enough in here to do a minor surgery. I could.
It looks like it, man. You got enough for the whole army.
There's hundreds of things in there.
Great.
And that's only $20, and it could be for your car.
But that
or your
does
closet.
not come in that survival kit.
No, it does not.
That's extra.
You could buy it and put it in there.
Okay.
This one is $12, and it's for two, and it just has the water and the food.
Oh, okay.
And the food bar, it has 2,400 calories. So this could feed one big man, if he's very active, for one day, or a lady as small as you, maybe for 4 days, depending on your calorie intake. It's 2,400 calories.
Okay.
So there's 6 little bars in there.
Okay, does it taste any good?
It's like an oatmeal bar.
Okay.
Yeah, it tastes like an oatmeal bar. And the only other good thing in here is a light, but all it does is work by...
Oh, yeah. You guys showed us that before. It's great. A little hand crank.
But that's all it does, is it's a light. And
cool.
So this is a whistle that if you come into the office and buy something, we'll give you a free whistle. And this is the file of life everybody should have.
Oh, yeah.
Because the first responders know to go to your refrigerator. So it'll have all your vital information, and it has a...
That goes on the outside,
So
you also had a little pet thing one time where you put, like, Save My Pet. Don't you do that in the window?
Yeah, we are out of them.
Oh, okay.
So I did not bring them.
That's
I
okay.
want people to come into the office.
Okay.
And we do have a pet rescue plan.
Oh,
and
good.
I can't go over it today because
that's a big one.
It's too much.
I think we could spend the whole time just on one subject.
Yeah, we have a pet rescue
that's
plan,
good.
and it's about 12 pages.
Great.
So please come into the office if you have a pet.
Okay.
There's a registration form in here, and you will register your pet, and there's a special group that monitors the pets, and they have meetings of their own.
Okay, that's awesome.
So,
now, one last thing. Let's talk about the water heater, because I know I just recently had an issue with my water heater, so I wanted to touch on that because everybody has a water heater. And what are some things that we should, we do have that slide. So what are some things we should be looking out for?
Well, keep this stored by your water heater. And what's important, everyone that has a water heater has that emergency water. But just like any container, this is sealed. If you're going to want water to come out of the bottom, you'd hook this up to the on and off valve here.
Yeah.
You're going to have to release the valve at the top to release the suction, or the water will not drain.
Right.
And that's what people forget to do. So that's important. And when we give you one of these when you come in and buy the hose for $7 in the office.
Okay.
And we'll teach you how to use it, and keep this with this by your water heater.
Yeah, it's definitely something you're going to need, especially
That's $7.
if we can't have water. That's
Yeah.
perfect. That's
So-
perfect. Okay, excellent. Well, I wanted to make sure we touched on that. And then just real quick, this big survival kit here is something you sell downstairs.
Yes, this is $42, and it's got an array of stuff in it, even tape. You can actually build a shelter with
You can
duct
fix
tape.
everything with duct tape.
Yeah, duct tape is so good. But this light is a little bit nicer than the other light.
Yeah.
This light has a radio and an alarm, but it also, you hand crank it, but it will also charge your phone.
Oh, yeah,
So
cool.
if you at least have a phone tower somebody nearby, you can charge it with your hand, and it's got a place to plug in to charge your phone.
That's perfect.
So that's a real handy gadget. You can buy just this alone online for $17 at Amazon.
Oh, wow. And how much was the whole kit again?
The whole kit's $42.
$42. That's
and
great.
At cost, and there's about $50 worth of stuff in there.
That's great. Well, I appreciate you sharing all this information with us. It is great stuff. Of course, we'll have you back again, maybe next month, and we'll just pick one thing. And we'll talk about just that one thing, okay?
Because there's so much.
I know there is. Thank you again for bringing everything.
My pleasure.
All right.
Okay. And we want to give this to you.
Oh, okay, good. Well,
This
thank
is
you.
yours, and
oh,
that's
I
yours.
get my own survival kit.
You
Yay.
add a whistle.
Oh, good. Oh, the crew's going to love me and my whistle. All right. Thank you again.
Okay.
All right, if you want more information about the Disaster Preparedness Task Force and be a neighbor captain, a good neighbor captain, or if you want some of this stuff, you can always go to the first floor of the Community Services Center between the hours of 10 and 12. We'll be right back. Blow by this cylinder.
Welcome to Cafe Murder. Everyone's a suspect. Who done it? Find out at this interactive murder mystery at Clubhouse 5 on April 21st and April 22nd. Tickets must be purchased by April 14th. Details on our website, theaterguildlw.com.
I'm Jerry Slusowitz, founder of Pacific Financial Planners. Did you know that one simple mistake can derail your retirement plan? By not making the shift to income-based investing, you could be setting up your retirement plan to fail. If you're at or near retirement age, time is not on your side. One major stock market correction could wipe out your life savings. Visit safeincometoday.com to make the switch. Create retirement income you can count on.
Facts are frightening. 1 out of 3 people over 65 fall each year.
The idea of falling makes me very fearful.
I have a fear because my balance is poor.
The number 1 reported accident for a senior is a fall.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. I want you to try 60 Up.
60 Up is the balance system that can change your life. If you have balance, strength, or mobility issues, you need 60 Up.
It's a miracle. Within a couple weeks, my balance has improved.
If you're feeling scared to get up and out, you need 60 Up.
It's easy to use and it works.
60 Up is a safe, low-impact balance exercise system with integrated poles. 60 Up strengthens your core, legs, increases cardio for energy, stamina, and overall physical health. Go to 60up.com. 60 Up has live classes, hundreds of workouts for balance, and thousands of people in our Facebook members community.
I created the 60 Up and it really works. So join me on my live classes and let me help you improve your balance and mobility together.
Try it risk-free for 30 days and get free shipping if you order now.
It changed my life.
Go to 60up.com. That's the number 60up.com.
Welcome back. Well, we have Dr. Lee Goldstein here on behalf of concerned citizens. Welcome to the studios. How are you?
Thank you. Welcome. I'm happy to be here.
Well, thank you. And then we have a very exciting day coming up, Earth Day. And I was talking to you a little bit off camera as to why the concerned citizens have chosen to highlight Earth Day.
Well, Earth Day is back. Earth Day has existed since 1970 nationally. It led to the creation of the Environmental Protection Agency, and I believe it's been here in Laguna Woods for over 20 years. And a number of years ago, the concerned citizens took over, essentially producing Earth Day for our residents.
Okay, all right, awesome. You know, you said it was the development of the EPA. That's interesting.
Well, that was in 1970, and there were a lot of environmental concerns nationally.
Right.
I think pollution was probably at the top of the list then, and the senators who helped lead that effort created Earth Day. Earth Day came out of the whole national discussion about how to solve environmental problems.
Okay, and then here we are today, still worried about pollution. We're still worried about a lot of the same things that we've been worried about for many, many years. What are some things that will be discussed on Earth Day?
Well, our Earth Day is April the 21st from 1 to 4 in Clubhouse 1. We have designed the program so that there are essentially 2 parts. One part will be speakers. The first, and I think the total amount of time for that will probably be 45 minutes for all of them together.
Okay.
The first speaker will be talking generally about climate action. They're from the Climate Action Campaign, which is starting here in Orange County to try to produce more resilient cities and towns and neighborhoods. The second speakers will be about organic waste recycling, which I think has become a big issue here in Laguna Woods.
It has, and we had a discussion with Robert Carroll, who is in charge of general services here, and he went through all the different kinds of things that we can use to put all of our food in.
Well, we are going to have a presentation by the City of Laguna Woods and CR&R will also be, I think, the prime presenters of that component of the talk. We're also going to give people free compostable bags so that they can see how their their organics can be managed that way. And so we think that should be a popular part of our program. And the third speaker will be talking about water conservation.
Yeah, well, we know that's very important
And
these days
that's
because we're
very
just not
important.
getting enough rain.
Well, we're not getting enough rain, but we are thinking about it a lot. I mean, I'm very impressed that Laguna Woods Village is very concerned about how we manage our resources, and that's sort of the theme which came out of a discussion of our committee, is that there is a way.
Right.
And there is a way for us to intelligently use our resources, keep our costs reasonable, and still have a beautiful community. And it just takes the leadership and the concern to do that.
Okay. Now, in addition to the speakers, you also have some exhibitors that are going to be there.
Yes, we do. We have quite a few. Each of the speakers will have their own table. We'll also have the Pacific Marine Mammal Center, a solar provider will have a table. We will have a tree table, since trees have become a big issue here again. We will have a table that has drought-tolerant plants, and where folks will be available to discuss turf reduction. So yeah, there'll be a lot of choices. I believe their total will be like 10 or 12 exhibitors.
Well, that's a lot of great information in one day, and that hopefully people can walk away with ideas of how they can, because I know drought-tolerant and turf are really important, because if you use both of those, you're certainly using a lot less water.
Yes, I mean, drought. There are plants that grow best in California and in areas where drought has been an issue ongoing for perhaps thousands of years, and have adapted. And I think that the landscape folks here in Laguna Woods Village have been doing a good job of putting those plants in anyway. But I think that people around their homes are concerned about saving water and also having nice looking plantings, and so that there are options that fit well with that.
Right. Well, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for all the information. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right. And remember, Earth Day is April 21st, and you can participate in this great Earth Day event that's put on by the concerned citizens. We'll be right back.
Laguna Woods Dental Care, our goal is to serve and provide dental services to the residents of Laguna Woods. Dr. Mohsen Mahmood is currently specializing in senior dental care from USC Dental School and has been serving the Laguna Woods community for over 16 years. At Laguna Woods Dental, our top priority is your overall wellness, ensuring your current medications do not affect your oral health. We offer a convenient plan for $250 a year that includes exam, x-rays, and all types of cleanings are covered. Our office is located right outside of gate number 3. Come book your appointment today.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.
Well, we have a couple of movies coming up for you on Friday and Saturday, so I wanted to give you a preview. So on Friday, the movie is called The Eternals, and it's kind of an action-packed movie, but starring Harry Styles. And that's a race of immortal beings with superhuman powers who have secretly lived on Earth for thousands of years and reunite to battle the evil deviants. And you can check that out on Friday, 2 and 6 p.m. And then on Saturday, we have a movie called A Journal for Jordan. And that actually is about a sergeant who is deployed to Iraq, and he starts to keep a journal of love and advice for his infant son. And you can check that out on Saturday at also 2 and 6 p.m. All right, well, we've been talking a lot about the raffle, and I just wanted to remind you again that if you would like a free balance board training system, all you need to do is email your name, phone number, and address to this email address, village.television@vmsinc.org. The raffle will be in May, and we will announce the winner right here on This Day's Morning Show towards the end of May, so you want to check that out. And if you want more information about the 60UP balance system, you can always go to their website, 60up.com, or watch Your Health with myself on Wednesdays and Saturday. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. Looking good this whole week. We are looking at very nice skies. We are looking at 67-49, sunny. 74 tomorrow. Friday, 73-54. Saturday, 68-53. Sunday, 72-59. Have a great day in the Village. We will see you right here again tomorrow on Village Television at 9 a.m. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
May know age well for delivering life-saving Meals on Wheels to homebound seniors. But did you know they keep seniors active and engaged at 10 modern centers? Serve nutritious congregate meals amid friendly surroundings. Transport seniors safely to and from appointments, and provide much-needed equipment and other essential services. Now, this vital nonprofit organization needs your support to sustain its mission. This is Age Well Senior Services. Won't you make it yours?
Your dentures need to be replaced, or are they worn out or broken? Dr. Damon Anderson from Laguna Niguel Family Dental Care is here to help with your denture needs. We do in-office denture repairs, same-day denture relines, and provide metal and non-metal partial dentures. Laguna Niguel Family Dental Care also provides implant-supported overdentures, completely replaced by Dr. Anderson himself. New appliances are an opportunity to get 1 to 2 shades lighter for a more youthful look. Give us a call today or visit our website for a video consult at lagunaniguelsedationdentist.com.